She invited her date from a dating app to my birthday party and introduced him as someone she was exploring options with. When I asked her to leave, she said, "It's 2025. I don't need your permission to have backup plans." I just smiled and announced, "Thanks to everyone for coming to my newly single and ready to mingle party." Her backup plan left with my sister's phone number. I'm 34 and my birthday was last Saturday. I've been with Jessica for 8 months. She's been staying at my house most nights for the past 3 months. We've been talking about her moving in officially and making our relationship exclusive. I planned a party at my house for my birthday. About 30 people were coming, including family and close friends. On Friday night, Jessica asked if she could invite someone. Who? Just a friend I've been talking to. Sure, whatever. Saturday afternoon, I'm setting up when this guy shows up. Tall, good-looking, with a bouquet of flowers. Not for me, obviously. "Hi, I'm Marcus. Jessica invited me." Red flags immediately. Jessica never mentioned his name, just said a friend. This felt different. Jessica walks over, all smiles. "Marcus, this is my boyfriend David. David, this is Marcus." And then she drops the bomb. Marcus is someone I'm exploring options with. The party noise around us didn't stop, but my world definitely tilted. Exploring options at my birthday party with a guy she invited. "Sorry, we're keeping things casual while I figure out what I want." Marcus looked confused. "Wait, I thought you said you were single." "I'm single, technically. David and I haven't made anything official yet." I was floored. We had literally talked about exclusivity 2 weeks ago. "Jessica, can I talk to you privately?" We went to the kitchen. My sister Ami was pouring drinks and overheard everything. "What's going on here exactly?" "Look, David, I like you, but I'm not ready to be exclusive. Marcus and I have been talking and I wanted to see how we all got along. You brought your dating app date to my birthday party, not from an app. We met through mutual friends and this seemed like a good way to be honest about where we are. Get out." "What? You heard me. Take your backup plan and get out of my house." "You're being ridiculous. It's 2025, David. I don't need your permission to have backup plans. Modern relationships are more flexible. This is my house and my birthday party. You're no longer welcome here." "Fine, but I'm not going to apologize for being honest about my needs." She went back to the living room. I followed. Jessica went straight to Marcus, who looked completely lost. "Marcus, did she tell you she was single?" I asked him directly. She said she was exploring her options after getting out of something complicated. That complicated thing was our 8-month relationship where she's been staying here 3 nights a week. Marcus turned to Jessica. "You said you lived with roommates." "I do live with roommates, but you're his girlfriend." "It's complicated, Marcus." That's when I made my decision. I walked to the center of the room and tapped my beer bottle with a fork. Everyone looked at me. "Hey, everyone, thanks for coming tonight." Quick announcement. The room went silent. Jessica looked terrified. Turns out I'm newly single as of about 5 minutes ago. Jessica here brought her backup plan to my birthday party to introduce us both to her modern dating philosophy. There were gasps from several people. My dad, in fact, laughed. "So this is now officially my single and ready to mingle party. Jessica, you're free to leave with your date." "Marcus, you seem like you got caught up in something you didn't understand." "You're welcome to stay if you want." Jessica's face turned red. "You're embarrassing me. You embarrassed yourself by lying to both of us. This is so immature." "What's immature is using my birthday party to manage your dating roster." She grabbed her purse. "Let's go, Marcus. We're leaving." Marcus looked around the room, then at Jessica, then at my sister Ami, who was watching with clear interest. "Actually, I think I'll stay. I don't like being lied to." Jessica's jaw dropped. "What?" "You told me you were single. You told him we were just friends. What's the real story?" "You don't understand the situation." "I understand enough. You brought me here under false pretenses." Marcus handed the flowers to Ami. "These were for someone honest. Looks like that's you." Ami smiled. "Thanks, I'm Ami, Marcus. Nice to meet someone straightforward." Jessica stared from Marcus to Ami like she was watching her plans crumble in real time. "This is unbelievable. You're all against me." "Jessica, the door's right there," I said. "Don't let it hit you on the way out to find more backup plans." She left alone, slamming the door so hard it rattled the windows. The party resumed immediately, and the vibe instantly improved. Marcus actually turned out to be cool and normal. He spent most of the night talking to Ami and explaining how Jessica had completely misrepresented the situation. Best birthday plot twist ever. First update 5 days later. The aftermath has been educational. Thanks for all the comments and messages. It's good to know I'm not crazy for refusing to share my birthday party with my girlfriend's secret dating auditions. Sunday morning, Jessica started texting. The usual damage control tactic. "Last night got out of hand. We should talk." "Nothing to talk about, Jessica. You made your stance clear. I was just being honest about where we were. Bringing secret dates to my birthday party isn't honest." "Marcus wasn't a secret. I told you I was inviting a friend. A friend you're exploring romantic options with while staying at my house 3 nights a week. We never said we were exclusive, David. We literally talked about you moving in permanently 2 weeks ago. That was just a conversation, not a commitment." She tried the modern dating angle, lecturing me about how relationships work in 2025 and how exclusivity is an outdated concept. People can care about multiple people at once, David. Then don't act like a girlfriend while shopping for my replacement. I wasn't shopping for anything. I was being transparent. You told Marcus I was single. You told me he was just a friend. That's not transparency. That's lying to everyone. I was protecting both your feelings by lying to both of us. She had no response to that logic. Marcus and Ami's situation unfolded naturally. He texted her Sunday asking if she wanted to grab coffee and compare notes on Jessica's stories. Ami called me before responding. Is it weird if I say yes? Why would it be weird? He was supposed to be Jessica's date. He was a victim of Jessica just like me. Go for it. They met Sunday afternoon. Turns out, Jessica had told Marcus completely different stories. According to her version, I was a roommate she hooked up with occasionally when it suited her. Ami updated me Tuesday. He had no idea you guys were serious. She showed him pictures of your house and said she was house-sitting for friends. House-sitting. She told him she was between apartments and crashing at various places while looking for a place. The layers of deception were astounding. Jessica created entirely separate narratives for each relationship. When he asked about bringing flowers, she said they were for the party host. He thought that was me, so he originally brought the flowers for you. Technically, yes, which makes it even more perfect that he ended up giving them to me. Anyway, Marcus and Ami had their second coffee date Tuesday, third planned for Friday. They're taking it slow, but they're definitely interested in each other. Wednesday, Jessica's friend Cal called me. David, what you did Saturday was cruel. Cal, your friend brought a date to my birthday party while pretending to be single to both of us. She was being honest about her feelings. She was being dishonest about basic facts, like whether she was dating someone or not. Modern relationships are complicated. They're not, Cal. Either you tell people the truth or you don't. Jessica chose to lie. She cares about you. She cared about having options without consequences. Cal hung up frustrated when I wouldn't accept that Jessica was just confused about modern dating. The best part came Thursday. Jessica tried calling from her mom's phone, thinking I wouldn't recognize the number. David, we need to fix this. Jessica, I told you we're done. You can't end 8 months over a misunderstanding. It wasn't a misunderstanding. You brought another guy to my birthday party and told him you were single. It was a bad choice of timing. Bad choice of timing would be bringing him the wrong weekend. This was a lack of character. She hung up when she realized I wasn't budging. Friday night, Marcus and Ami had their third date. Ami texted me after, saying it went great. Apparently, they spent most of the dinner laughing about how they met under such bizarre circumstances. Sometimes the trash takes itself out and brings you a better story in the process. Second update, 3 weeks later. This week revealed the full extent of Jessica's dating strategy. The manipulation was more extensive than anyone imagined. She created a fake number to text me Monday. Same arguments about how I overreacted and ruined something good. David, we could have worked through this if you weren't so rigid about relationships. Jessica, you lied to multiple people simultaneously. That's not flexibility, that's deception. I never lied. I was honest about exploring my options. You told Marcus I was single. You told me he was just a friend. Both can't be true. I was single in the sense that we weren't official. We were talking about you moving in permanently. Talking isn't a commitment. How would a commitment have looked to you? I needed to meet all my options first. There it was. She wanted me to commit while she kept shopping. The entitlement was staggering. Ami gave me more details she learned from Marcus. Jessica had been managing this double relationship for over a month. She told Marcus she was busy the nights she stayed at my place. She told me it was girls' nights when she was seeing Marcus. She showed me their text conversations, Ami said. She was definitely stringing him along, making plans for future dates while living in your guest room half the week. Did he know anything about this? Nothing. She compartmentalized everything, different social media accounts, different friend groups. He never saw any evidence of your existence. The level of planning was unsettling. This wasn't casual dating, it was systematic deception. Marcus and Ami made it official this week. They're taking it slow but with honesty, which is refreshing after seeing Jessica's manipulation tactics. It's nice to date someone who tells the truth about basic facts, Ami told me, like whether they're single or not. A revolutionary concept, apparently. Thursday brought Jessica's most desperate attempt yet. She showed up at my door with a full prepared speech. David, I realize I handled everything wrong. I should have been more upfront about my needs. Your need to date multiple people while lying to them all. I was scared of commitment. I thought keeping options open would make me feel safer. And how'd that work out for you? I lost you and I lost Marcus. Now I have no options. Actions have consequences, Jessica. Can we start over? I know what I want now. What you want is what you can't have. 2 weeks ago, you wanted backup plans. I was confused. You were being calculating. There's a difference. Please don't throw away 8 months over a mistake. While you were planning exit strategies, I was planning a future. That's not one mistake. She left crying, real tears this time because reality had finally hit her. Her friend group started taking sides once the full story got out. About half thought her behavior was unacceptable. The other half bought her story that I was controlling. I lost some mutual acquaintances, but honestly, it's a relief. Anyone who thinks dating multiple people while lying to them all is acceptable modern behavior isn't worth keeping around. My dating life, in fact, improved. Being honest about being single is better than being in a relationship with someone plotting their exit strategy. The birthday party story became a legend among my friends. People keep asking me to retell it at gatherings. Jessica's face when Marcus chose Ami over her gets funnier every time. Final update 2 months later. Time for the final chapter of this birthday party disaster. It's been 2 months since Jessica brought her backup plan to my party and watched him leave with my sister's number. The long-term fallout has been exactly what you'd expect when someone gets caught maintaining multiple relationships with elaborate lies. Jessica's dating life got significantly harder once word spread about her backup plan philosophy. My friends talked to their friends. Ami told her coworkers. Marcus mentioned it to his friend group. Small-town dynamics mean reputations matter. She tried making new dating profiles with different photos, but the stories kept catching up to her. Apparently, she used the same tactics with other guys, and patterns emerged. Her social circles split permanently. The friends who defended her modern dating approach found themselves dealing with similar drama when Jessica applied her strategy to their boyfriends. Loyalty has limits, especially when it comes to partner poaching. Jessica reached out one last time about 3 weeks ago, a completely different approach. David, I know you've moved on, but I wanted to apologize properly. Jessica, I moved on the night you brought Marcus to my party. I realize now how wrong I was. The whole situation was manipulative and dishonest. Glad you recognize it. Is there any chance we could try again? Now you understand commitment. You understand consequences. That's different. I learned from my mistakes. You learned that lying to multiple people simultaneously has social costs. That's not the same as learning to be honest. It would be different this time. Jessica, you spent a month crafting elaborate lies to manage 2 relationships. That's not impulsive behavior, that's systematic deception. People can change. They can, but trust can't be rebuilt on these foundations. That conversation ended our contact permanently. She finally accepted that some bridges can't be rebuilt after being publicly burned. Marcus and Ami's relationship fully blossomed. They moved in together last month. Fast-paced, but they're both honest communicators, which makes all the difference. Ami thanked me recently for handling the party situation the way I did. If you hadn't called her out publicly, Marcus would have kept believing her lies about being single. I just refused to accept the disrespect. It was the perfect moment. She couldn't manipulate the situation when everyone heard the truth simultaneously. The birthday party became a cautionary tale in our social circle. The story gets retold every time someone mentions the complications of modern dating. That Jessica brought her backup plan, and he then chose my sister is the height of ironic justice. My dating life improved drastically. I started seeing someone new who finds the whole story hilarious instead of concerning. Someone who understands that honesty about relationship status is basic human decency, not an outdated concept. The revenge wasn't planned or elaborate. I simply refused to allow manipulative behavior and let the natural consequences play out. Jessica wanted to explore all her options publicly. She ended up with no options. Sometimes the best response to manipulation is simple transparency. Announcing the truth stripped away her ability to control different narratives for different people. She got exactly what she asked for, freedom to explore her options without my interference. She just didn't expect her backup plan to explore better options immediately. Now that is real modern dating behavior.